You're listening to the Cool Audio Podcast, your escape into the world of stories, sounds, and imagination. Whether you're driving, chilling at home, or just need a moment to unplug, we've got a story just for you. So sit back, relax, and let the journey begin. Chloe looked down and didn't say anything as she used Elsie's phone to open the map quickly. She shrunk the map to see what roads were ahead of them. The mountain roads are winding, but they follow some distinct pattern. Every 3 small turns is followed by one big turn. The distance between the small turns is approximately 120 meters, while the distance between the big turn and a small turn is approximately 300 meters. Wow, Dr. Green. It was the first time Elsie looked at Chloe with such admiration. They weren't close before. Elsie had only heard of rumors saying Chloe was smart, but now that Elsie saw it for herself, she was astonished by Chloe's intelligence. Keep driving and I'll advise you. Why don't you turn on the GPS and let it navigate me? Elsie suggested. No, that'll be too slow. We won't make it. Don't be afraid and keep driving. Chloe and Elsie's intriguing conversation scared the 2 girls in the back to death. They were so scared that they held their breaths. This obviously wasn't going to the countryside for a hike, but a real-life version of Fast and Furious. Did they want to kill themselves driving so fast on mountain roads? It's dangerous driving so fast. We're above the speed limit, one of the girls in the back seat said in a low voice. If they catch us, we'll be in greater danger, so should we care about being above the speed limit right now? Chloe's response shut the 2 girls up. She knew that this pregnant woman was Elsie's friend. Otherwise, Elsie wouldn't be so obedient. Dummy, drive faster, the head police officer shouted in the police car. He was very nervous. However, the SUV in front of them was getting away. No, boss. If we go any faster, we'd be in danger. It's dark and the roads are winding. We don't want to die. Ha, we got some distance between them. Elsie was able to drive ahead and eventually distance themselves from the police cars with Chloe's advice. Don't let your guard down yet. They're still tightly after us, Chloe said calmly. Chloe, can you hold the steering wheel for a sec? Elsie said. Then she let go of the steering wheel and called someone on her cell phone. Uncle, it's me, Elsie. I'm in danger right now. Can you get someone to save me? My location right now is 20 miles away from Kaoshan Town. I'm on the highway right now, and our next exit is Rivertown. Then she hung up. Elsie explained when she saw Chloe looking confused. He's my dad's secretary. No need to worry. Okay. When their car started approaching Rivertown, Chloe was able to spot Jack's car from afar. Very soon after they stopped the car, she rushed over and embraced Jack. So President Dawson is here, Elsie smiled. Thank you, Jack thanked Elsie. You're welcome. I'm happy I could help Chloe. Elsie, we can't stop here. Hurry and go. You should leave first. Those people seem to be after you. I'll stay and buy you some time. No, that's too dangerous. Chloe shook her head. Don't worry. My dad's secretary has everything planned. Soon someone will help and save us. I'm also someone well-known and powerful here. The police won't hurt me. Elsie wanted to be the savior, and Chloe knew those people were after her, and not Elsie. So even though she was uncomfortable leaving Elsie and her friends here, she left with Jack in his sports car. Elsie, who's that pregnant woman? Her husband's so handsome, one of Elsie's friends whispered. She's a legend. You guys shouldn't ask too many questions. Only when she got in Jack's car did Chloe feel safer. When did you see Elsie? Why would she be there at such a key timing? Isn't it too much of a coincidence? Jack asked calmly. Honey, are you suspicious of her? Chloe could tell Jack did not trust Elsie. Shouldn't we suspect her? The timing of her appearance is too much of a coincidence. I suspected her too, but I'm safe now. Let's talk about everything else later when we get back. Chloe had safely gotten into Jack's car. Elsie and her 2 friends parked the car on the side and didn't keep going. When the police caught up, they surrounded them. What are you doing? Elsie intentionally shouted. Where's that pregnant woman? What pregnant woman? Elsie lied. The other 2 girls didn't dare to speak. Stop acting and hurry up and tell me where's that pregnant woman, the police officer in charge said with a bad temper while pointing at Elsie. Mind your manners. Do you know who I am? I don't care who you are. If you don't tell me where that pregnant woman is, don't blame us for making your life miserable, the police said while glaring at her. You think you can threaten me? You're just a small police officer in a small town. I'll make all of you lose your jobs tomorrow if you don't leave me alone. Oh, so arrogant. Miss, don't think you can be so bossy because your family is somewhat rich. The police had thought they were just rich girls driving expensive cars. What came next, he did not expect. Let me tell you girls that the pregnant woman in your car is the one we're after. Hurry up and confess and save our time. What pregnant woman? If you keep shouting at me like this, I'll call the police and say you're disturbing civilians. Ha, call the police, please call. When Elsie raised her phone to call, the head police snatched it from her and threw it violently to the ground. F you! How dare you smash my phone? Do you know how much that costs? Elsie swore as she got angry. Then she charged over to the police, but she was no match for them. She was easily pressed to the ground. Elsie, let go of her. If you guys hurt her, her father would not forgive you. Elsie's friends became anxious too, and they both charged over. Before they could even touch the police had pinned them to the ground. You ladies sure don't know who you're dealing with. Let's take them back and interrogate them. Elsie had scratched a police officer's face, and he was furious. He wanted to take them back and beat them up. Just when they had the girls pinned to the ground, 8 army cars surrounded them. People in the army came off the car and asked, "Who's Elsie?" the head of the army asked. They were fully armored and looked extremely serious. "I'm Elsie," Elsie said as she slowly raised her hand. "Miss Rue, sorry for putting you in a scary situation. Sorry that we came late," the soldier said politely. The police were dumbfounded by this sight. "It's not late. Now please take care of these idiots for me. He even smashed my phone and hit me." Elsie touched her bruised neck as she shouted angrily, "Let go of them now!" "Who are you?" The head police officer was still unwilling to let the girls go. "I am the first lieutenant of the 35th Unit of the Field Army Division at number 87031 of the Southeastern Army," the soldier confidently pronounced. "Oh, so you're first lieutenant. That's amazing. You're in charge of this area, right?" The police had heard about the army nearby. "Cut the nonsense and let them go. They're suspects. I need to take them back for interrogation. Why are you interfering with police work?" the head police said arrogantly. "Suspect? Impossible. Do you know who she is?" First Lieutenant scoffed at the police officer as he pointed at Elsie. "Who she is has nothing to do with us when we're trying to conduct our duties of the law," the police said confidently. Is that so? Then you should tell the Deputy Secretary of the province that—" "What does this have to do with the Deputy Secretary of the province?" The police officer rolled his eyes. "The person you are pressing down is the Deputy Secretary of the province, daughter, Elsie Rue." "What?" This news shocked all the police. When the army officer saw how dumbfounded they were, he continued to talk. "Half an hour ago, we got a secret notification from the Deputy Secretary's secretary that his daughter was in trouble and needed us to come to her rescue." "How is that possible?" the police mumbled as he quickly let go of Elsie. "Wait until I go back home. I will make sure my father punishes you all, you stupid sons of batches," Elsie said angrily. "This is impossible. We just wanted to capture a pregnant woman. Who knew things would turn out like this?" The head police officer seemed rather ignorant of the situation. To him, he was just following orders to capture a pregnant woman, but that pregnant woman ended up in Elsie's car. When they reached Elsie's car, they found that the pregnant woman had escaped and the girls would not confess where she went. He only wanted to teach them a lesson. However, someone was telling him now that the girl he beat up was the daughter of the Deputy Secretary of the province. Would that mean that he was doomed? "Miss Rue, let us escort you home safely." "Okay, find someone who can drive. This road is too dangerous. I'm scared to drive," Elsie glared at the police. "Yes, ma'am." "Miss Rue, this is all a mistake. We never wanted to capture you." When the police realized that Elsie was actually a rich and powerful man's daughter, he immediately apologized. He almost wanted to kneel down and beg for mercy. "A mistake? F off. Go home and wait for your demise. Psh! People's police? You are not worthy of that title. Do you think you're actually acting in the best interest of civilians?" Elsie criticized. Then she was escorted back home by the army. Although the police officers were fine for now, They knew they would lose their jobs, so they all looked depressed. "Boss, what should we do now?" the subordinate police officers asked as they were terrified. "What can we do? Let's go back to Darong and ask for money. If it wasn't for helping him capture the pregnant woman, would we have ended up like this?" The head police officer blamed everything on the human trafficker. That was why he planned to blackmail the human trafficker for money. This way, he would have money when he was fired. They were all surprised when they entered the house to see Darong and his wife, Erdan, and several of Fourth Master's subordinates kneeling in the garden. The door shut closed as soon as they entered. There were 4 men in black with masks on. They all had submachine guns in their hands. In the center stood a person in a white mask. He was probably a male from his height and body shape. "Who are you?" the head police officer asked as he trembled in fear. "Tie them up. Don't come over. We have guns." The police officers started backing up. Before they could reach the door, the man in the white mask in the middle shot at them, and one of the police officers' brains exploded onto the floor. The scene was violent. The human trafficker's wife threw up at this grotesque sight. The rest of the police were now very obedient to the orders demanded as they were all scared by the sight. "If I ask a question, you answer. If none of you can answer the question, or if I'm not satisfied with the answer, then I'll shoot someone." Then, the man in the white mask walked towards Erdan. "Where's the pregnant woman we demanded?" His voice was deep and strong. "I really don't know." Before Erdan could finish his response, he was shot in the head and died immediately. Darong was beside Erdan, and he was so scared that he almost peed himself. "I told you they weren't good people, but you were greedy for that 2 million. You idiot! You killed us!" the human trafficker's wife exclaimed and started crying ceaselessly. "Since you mentioned that, you know where she is?" the man in the mask said, and approached the human trafficker's wife. "Sir, we really don't know. We did capture her, but she escaped." "Escaped to where?" "We don't know. We're also searching for her. We want that 2 million too. We are as anxious about finding her as you are," she cried and explained. "Not telling the truth, eh? Bring the kid over." The man in the white mask's subordinates dragged her daughter to the center. The child was so frightened that she didn't smile, cry, or utter a word. "Stop! This has nothing to do with our daughter. I beg you, please don't hurt her. I'll pray for you." The woman charged towards the man in the white mask and started kowtowing, yet her actions made no difference. "If your wife won't talk, will you?" the man in the mask asked Darong. "As a man, I am telling the truth. I really don't know. I had my men search but got no news." The head police officer and his subordinates knew something, but none of them spoke because they knew that if any of them said anything, they would be targeted. If they couldn't tell these men in masks where the pregnant woman was now, they most likely would be shot dead. The police were all selfish and wanted to protect themselves, so none of them were willing to tell them that the pregnant woman got away with someone. "I really couldn't find her. If I found her, why wouldn't I hand her over to you?" Darong was so anxious that he started crying. He deeply regretted that he didn't listen to his wife and take the pregnant woman with them on the road. If he had done so, things wouldn't have turned out like this. "You aren't a man of your words. You promised us the person and we'll pay for her. We have the money for you, but you don't have the woman. I'm really not happy about that." Then, the man raised a gun and pointed it at the girl's head. "Please don't kill my daughter. She's innocent. I beg of you." The woman kneeled to the ground and cried her soul out. The sound of the gunshot was followed by the girl's brains exploding out. The blood of the girl splashed onto her mother. Then the mother went berserk and bit the man in the mask's leg. The man in the mask was not rattled at all. He simply looked down and slowly pulled the trigger. Immediately, the bullet went through the woman's head. In just 20 seconds, 2 lives disappeared from the world. "Honey!" Darong shouted. He couldn't even squeeze out a tear at this moment. He had heard other people curse him about human trafficking, that sooner or later, there would be karma. He didn't care before because he only saw money. He wasn't scared of losing his morals because he got the money he so desired. Now, however, when he saw the murder of his own wife and child, he began to believe in karma. "I'll fight you to death." Darong tried to fight back, but as he stood up, The man in the white mask stabbed his collarbone with a knife. Since he was not shot, he felt immense pain as he did not face an immediate death. "I'll give you 1 minute. If no one tells me where the pregnant woman is in 1 minute, then I'll bomb this place and you'll all die." The head police officer was petrified by this and said, "Please don't kill me. I know where the pregnant woman is." He was so scared of death that he was willing to confess the only knowledge he had of the pregnant woman, the route she escaped from. "Huh? You know?" "Yes, I'm a policeman, so I blocked off the roads around town. We found a suspicious car, but when we caught up, it was too late. She was in a white Toyota SUV. "What's the license plate number?" "It's a car from this province, S1688. "What else do you know?" "There's a woman in the car called Elsie Rue. Apparently, she's Secretary Rue's daughter." "Which Secretary Rue?" the man in the mask continued questioning. "The Deputy Secretary of the province?" "Haha, this is rather intriguing. So you can prove this Miss Rue knows this pregnant woman?" "Probably, because otherwise she wouldn't be protecting her. She wouldn't tell us about the pregnant woman no matter how we asked." "Good. Thank you for telling me this." "You're welcome," the head police responded as he thought his life would be spared. A gunshot sounded the very next second. The head police immediately fell to the ground and his blood spilled over the floor. "Kill all this garbage," the man in the mask ordered. "Sir, if we kill so many people within the borders, would the government be unhappy?" "So what if they're unhappy? They couldn't even get a weak and helpless pregnant woman. They're so useless that she was able to run away. We came all the way here for nothing. If it weren't for the Admiral, I would want to kill everyone in this town," the man in the mask said. He had the belief that human lives were so worthless that he could kill them like ants. "Please don't kill us. Please don't kill us." No one was able to escape. However, those captured by the human trafficker as products or hostages remained safe because the man in the mask honestly couldn't care less for them. As long as he was able to express his anger, everyone else was fine. "Sir, should we go after them?" "Go after them? Didn't you hear that the province's secretary's daughter is interfering? With her, the army must have gotten involved. Even if we went, we probably wouldn't get her. We lost a great opportunity. Let's go. We'll have another opportunity." "Oh, would Fourth Master do anything since he lost so many men?" "Don't give him that chance. Go blow up his hideout along with him." "Yes, sir." Just like that, a violent bloodbath happened in what looked like a peaceful town. The human traffickers, that was Darong's family, Erdan, 3 of Fourth Master's men, and 7 police officers, a total of 14 lives, died in Darong's garden. At the same time, a mansion in Kaoshan town was bombed into ashes. Even Fourth Master, who was in the mafia, and his family, couldn't escape the fate of death. These deaths alarmed the province's detectives. They immediately looked for clues of the murder, but found nothing. Chloe realized that there might be a problem while they drove back to South Hill Manor. Jack seemed to be mad. Jack had not said a word in 2 hours while they were driving along the highway. All he did was drive. He was expressionless, and this made no sense to Chloe. "Honey." "Yeah? Do you want water?" "I'm not thirsty." "Then I'll get you a cracker to eat." "I'm not hungry." "Then I'll sing for you. Do you want me to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or Mary Had a Little Lamb?" Chloe tried to be cute. "I don't need that." "Honey, are you mad at me?" Chloe looked over and carefully observed Jack's expressions. "Deputy Director Green, you're royalty. You do whatever you want. You're smart and brave. As someone who's pregnant, you were able to fight off human traffickers for 2 days. How can I be mad? Maybe next time when Hollywood shoots Wonder Woman 2, you should be the lead actor. You're much better than Gal Gadot." "Ha ha!" Chloe thought it was surprising and was amused at Jack's words. "Looks like someone's really unhappy with me." Who dares to be unhappy with Deputy Director Green? She's the head of the family now, so of course she's the most powerful. Who dares to be unhappy with her? "Honey, can we not be like this? Let's have a conversation." Chloe was scared when Jack was mad at her, because Jack wasn't the type that would be angry without a reason. Every time he got mad at her was because she did something wrong, and she felt guilty. What she did had its consequences, and Jack would worry gravely about her. "No, Deputy Director Green, Please take a rest and don't mind me. Honey, I'm sorry. I know I should take your feelings into consideration. Do you think it was easy to deal with those human traffickers? I had a needle in my hand, and I know how to untie knots. I too want those bad guys to get what they deserve, but I didn't expect someone to want to buy me with a big sum of money midway, Chloe reflected. You knew that many people were after you, but you still chose to do it. I don't think you've been listening to me nor Fiona. If I remember correctly, before Fiona left, she warned you about this. Yes, she did. You're not a child, right? You understood what she meant, right? Yes, I understood. Then why would you take such a risk? Because you weren't there, so I had to do something. If they took me by force and hurt me, I was scared our baby would be hurt. Chloe made an excuse. So you went undercover to the human trafficker's house? You think then our baby would be safe? Jack asked. I didn't know it would be this complicated. There are tons of stuff you didn't consider. Honey, don't be mad, okay? I'm here safe and sound now. So you mean you're right? No, I don't mean that. I was wrong. All this time, you have to come to clean up my mess every time. That's why I married you. You're the best man in the world. Sure. You sure know how to flatter someone. Little Bean does this all the time, and it works wonders. She's my daughter. You're not. Then I want to be your daughter, Chloe said shamelessly. Deputy Director Green, you're very shameless. Why can't I be shameless with my own husband? Just don't be mad at me, okay? Oh, there are 2 other important things I need you to help me with. What? Although Jack was still mad, he would soften up any time if it was Chloe. There are some other people that were captured by the human traffickers. Can you send people to rescue them? They must be innocent and helpless, like when I was captured. Okay. Oh, there's this old grandma that helped me. Her body is not very well, so I plan to make some herbal medicine for her when I get back. Can you please send it to her, please? I promised her. You sure made many new friends along the way. Haha, of course. Your wife is good with people. I'm also pregnant now, so people will help me more as long as they are good people. Those human traffickers, however, are evil. Their daughter was so young and she was already helping her parents do evil. Honey, you have to contact the province's police force and lock them up for many, many years. No need, they're all dead. Huh? Dead? Chloe didn't know that everyone was killed, but Jack got the news already. Yeah, the family, their partners in crime, and the cops pursuing you are all dead. Those people did it? Chloe referred to the people who offered $2 million to buy her. She had known those people were evil, but the human traffickers were blinded by money and didn't listen to Chloe's advice, or they wouldn't have been killed. I think so. Fortunately, we got away in time. Those people are ruthless. I wonder if they were sent by that evil guy Legend. Chloe only knew Ian and his brother Nalo wanted to catch her and weren't aware of other forces. I'll get to the bottom of it. Jack had been on guard. Obviously, these people couldn't catch Fiona and decided to target the easy prey that was Chloe, but Chloe hadn't even realized how dangerous the situation was for her. It was no longer a simple case of human trafficking. Even though the human traffickers were real, they were hunted down before they went out to find a buyer. It showed how powerful their enemy's intelligence network was. They were surrounded by spies. Seeing her husband's sulky face, Chloe didn't dare to say more, planning to make some of his favorite dishes to soothe Mr. Dawson and comfort his scared heart. Honey, you didn't tell anyone about this incident, right? Jack was silent. Don't tell Mom and Dad. They are old and can't take the scare. We must keep it from the kids, too. Now you're concerned. What were you thinking? Despite not having the heart to scold her much, Jack couldn't help but say, They say pregnant women get silly. My IQ plummeted. Ha ha. Chloe mocked herself with a smirk, trying to placate Mr. Dawson. After Elsie and her 2 girlfriends were escorted back to the provincial capital, she went to see the mysterious figure again. How did it go? Very well. Did Chloe suspect you? I'm not sure. She's smart, and the timing of my appearance was a bit too coincidental. But our people didn't kill Durong, and when Jack finds out who did it, we'd be in the clear. Good. Sir, I don't understand why we discontinued the line of Justin. I got the information that his mother arranged a woman for him. I'm afraid things would get messy if you returned. Then we'd waste our time without getting any useful information. After all, you saved Chloe and she'd be grateful no matter how smart she is. So what do I do now? You'll be hospitalized. Hospitalized? Elsie frowned, not understanding his meaning. You have no reason to return to the city, so we must create one. Since Chloe is a doctor, you must return as a patent. Got it. What illness, should I assume? Elsie was afraid to disobey the man. That night, when Elsie went shopping in a mall, she was pushed down the stairs and got a slight concussion. On the next day, she was transferred from the provincial hospital to the Southside Recuperation Center. Elsie didn't know this until Violet mentioned it the next morning. Sister Chloe, you know Elsie, right? Yeah, why ask? She's now an inpatient in our hospital. What? Chloe was surprised. She found Elsie kept crossing paths with her lately, and it gave her a strange feeling. How come she's in our hospital? I don't know. She seems to have gotten an injury and was just transferred to our hospital. I heard people in the hospital say she's Secretary Rue's daughter. Even Director Richard went to the VIP ward to see her. Which department is she in? Orthopedics. It said she has an old wound on her leg. Okay, I'll go and see her. She had planned to call Elsie to ask about the incident that day and thank her. Knowing Elsie was an inpatient in the hospital, Chloe was stunned. In the luxurious VIP ward at Southside. This time, Elsie didn't disguise her identity, so there were bodyguards stationed at the door. With young nurses taking care of her in the ward, she now had the style of a girl from a wealthy family. Stop! Who are you? The bodyguard didn't know Elsie and stopped her. This is our Vice Director Green. Violet gave the bodyguard a hard look. Glancing at the name tag on Chloe's chest, he let them in. When Chloe entered, Elsie was playing on her cell phone. Beside her, a young nurse was carefully peeling an apple for her. Elsie. Huh? Chloe, nice to see you. I thought you'd rest at home for a few days. How come you returned to work so soon? Elsie was happy to see Chloe. Yeah, we got lots of things to do in the hospital and I can't take a leave right now. What happened to you? I can't say. Forget it. Just don't ask. What? Did those cops hurt you after I was gone? Chloe had felt guilty leaving Elsie behind. Seeing Chloe's guilt, Elsie found it easy to act. Oh, it's okay. I'm fine. How did you get hurt? I fell when I was shopping. Don't lie to me. Seeing the uneasiness in Elsie's face, Chloe didn't buy it. Guys, leave the room. I want to talk to my friend in private. Elsie looked up and sent all the other people out of the room. Violet also followed them out of the room. After you were gone, the cops indeed caught up with us. They were rough to me and even smashed my cell phone onto the ground. I got furious and scratched his face. Ha ha. Did they do anything to you? Chloe looked anxious. I'm fine. Later on, the army arrived, summoned there by my father's secretary, and they escorted us home. How did you get injured? Chloe looked at her leg bound in plaster. Thinking I was safe, I went shopping. Some guy pushed me from behind. Fortunately, the stairs were not high, or I'd be dead. To add insult to injury, it exasperated the old wound I got in the car crash in Singapore, so I got hospitalized in the provincial hospital. But the doctors claimed that Southside Recuperation Center was the best in orthopedics in the province, so my dad had them transfer me here. It's a big deal. Why didn't you call me? Chloe felt guilty. It's no big deal. I'm not crippled, it's just a small injury. Did you see the guy who pushed you? Chloe asked. No, but my dad said I might have ruined someone's plan, so they retaliated. I'm sorry, Elsie, I dragged you into this. Chloe was full of remorse. No matter whether Jack suspected Elsie or not, Chloe knew Elsie had saved her and even got wounded for it. No, it's not your fault. Elsie smiled with a shrug. Does Justin know you're hospitalized? Chloe suddenly remembered Elsie's previous relationship with Justin. No, I didn't tell him. You don't want to tell him? No, I don't want him to think that I'm using this excuse to see him. The relationship between us is awkward. Okay, get a good rest here. I'm familiar with the doctors in the orthopedics department and I'll do checks on you regularly. Tell me what you want to eat and I'll have the cook in my home make them for you. Living alone in the hospital is not easy. Just tell me if you need anything. Okay, Elsie nodded. Then I'll go and do rounds. Chloe stood up. Oh, by the way, Chloe, did your sister leave? Yeah, she left. Why ask? Nothing. I just think Fiona's fun and want to hang out with her. She already left. Chloe didn't say much about Fiona. She wouldn't talk about Fiona with anyone. Since it was the first time that Elsie asked about Fiona, Chloe didn't get suspicious. During lunchtime in the hospital's cafeteria, Mrs. Cooper found Chloe and took a seat across from her. Auntie Cooper, are you busy today? No, I'm not busy. Chloe, have you contacted Melody lately? I haven't. I just came back from a business trip. Oh, I see. What, did anything happen to her? No, but she's been here for days and I haven't visited her yet. I have 2 dresses that I bought in Europe and want to give them to her. But you know my appearance in Justin's company always causes a stir, so give them to me. I'll bring them to her after work. As smart as Chloe was, she knew Mrs. Cooper's intention immediately. I don't want to trouble you. It's no trouble for me. Auntie, we've known each other for a long time. You like Melody and bought gifts for her. I'll help you deliver it. Anyway, I told Justin she's my cousin. Right, I think so too. Chloe, you're so thoughtful. Thank you. After lunch with Mrs. Cooper, Chloe returned to her office with the bag. After work, she asked the chauffeur and bodyguards to escort her to Imperial Star first. The trainees got off work late. When Chloe entered, they were still practicing in the dance room. Sitting outside of the dance room, Chloe waited patiently with the bag in her hand while the bodyguards stood around her alertly. At this moment, some nosy girl in the dance room glanced out of the window and murmured, "Look, isn't that Mrs. Dawson?" You're right. I haven't seen her for a long time. Her skin is great. Even in pregnancy, she looks good without makeup. You think so? I think she looks ordinary. I don't understand why our big boss, President Cooper, likes her so much. You don't understand it, so shut up. They say the woman has a high EQ and does things flawlessly. President Cooper loves her very much, or he wouldn't have remained single for so many years. The women gossiped with each other animatedly. Melody didn't speak. She turned her head and met Chloe's eyes, signaling politely that she'd be out soon. Chloe smiled at her. After a dozen seconds or so, the class was finally dismissed. Wiping sweat from her forehead, Melody headed out of the door. Melody knows Chloe? The class president, Yaru, finally found the secret. My gosh, I was wondering how she could get into our class when she came so late. She was shameless to claim she didn't enter the company through connections. The other girls railed against her. Sister Chloe, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. It's fine. Take a seat and have a break. Chloe took out a wet wipe from her bag and handed it to Melody. Sister Chloe, you came to see me for something? Auntie Cooper asked me to give you these. Chloe handed her the dresses. What are these? Looking at the exquisite bag in Chloe's hand, Melody didn't reach out her hands. Dresses. Sister Chloe, I can't accept them. Why not? I've used Auntie Cooper once. I can't accept such expensive gifts from her. Glancing at the logo on the bag, she knew the dresses of the brand were expensive. Although she came from an ordinary family, she didn't want to take advantage of other people's kindness. Chloe understood her feelings. You must understand the old lady's eagerness to see her son married. This is Auntie Cooper's gift for you. Just take it. If you feel guilty, you can buy gifts for her when you have money. Sister Chloe, you don't blame me? Melody was surprised at Chloe's benign tone. For what? For entering Imperial Star with this despicable trick. Melody lowered her head. No, in fact, I appreciate your frankness. You told me you'd never do anything to hurt Justin and just want to be a performer and earn money. There's nothing wrong with that. Chloe smiled warmly. Coming to the strange city with no friends or family, Melody felt touched by Chloe's kindness to her, even though she knew Chloe did it as a favor to Auntie Cooper. Then I'll take them. I don't want to make things difficult for you, Sister Chloe. Melody took the bag graciously. Good. Sister Chloe, will the baby arrive soon? Not for a while. Touching her belly, Chloe chuckled. You must take good care of yourself and the little baby. I will. Melody, I've got to go now. If you need anything, just PM me. I can't have supper with you today. Oh, it's fine. Oh, by the way, this is for you. Chloe handed her a food bag. This is... Not knowing what was in the bag, Melody didn't dare to take it. After all, people like Chloe and Justin used things worth exorbitant prices, and she was afraid she wouldn't be able to return the favor if she accepted their expensive gifts. I bought some fresh fruits in the supermarket to make juice for my daughters. Seeing the peaches and sweet melons were quite fresh today, I bought some for you. Fruits are good for the skin. Seeing it wasn't something valuable, Melody took the bag. Thank you, Sister Chloe. You're welcome. See you. Then Chloe stood up and left with her bodyguards. Melody returned to the classroom with the fruits and found her classmates were looking at her with strange eyes. Didn't you say you hadn't used connections to enter the company? But you know Chloe? Yaru demanded in an aggressive way. So what? Is it illegal to know Chloe? Melody replied in a cold voice. Don't play dumb with us. Everyone here knows Chloe is our President Cooper's friend. With such a big backer, you still pretended to be a newbie. Disgusting. Yeah, Melody, I didn't know you're such a scheming bitch. I was so nice to you. Seeing Yaru start the confrontation, the other girls walked up too. It's funny to see you guys speak in this way. Even if I entered the company through my connections, what's it to do with you? Yaru, if your aunt wasn't Kira's agent, how could you enter the company? Don't think I know nothing just because I came from another city. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. What did you say? Who's the pot? Angry, Yaru rushed over and caught Melody's collar. I said you're the pot and I'm the kettle. Undaunted, Melody repeated. I'll slap you. Among the trainees, Yaru had good talent. Besides, her aunt had been Kira's agent and enjoyed the benefits of Kira's popularity. After Kira went abroad to study, her aunt became an agent for other performers. Even though none of the performers were A-list actresses, she enjoyed a good status as a senior employee in Imperial Star. So, Yaru had felt good about herself after entering the company. Since she was the captain of the trainees, the other girls were afraid of her and tried their best to cozy up to her. Go ahead, but if you hit me, I'll fight back. Just don't cry when I leave scratches on your face. Melody warned her. You're so arrogant. I'll teach you a good lesson today. Yaru raised her hand. Then a voice came from the door. What are you doing? They looked back and were terrified. President Cooper. Hi, President Cooper. President Cooper, how come you're here? The young girl's eyes brightened at the sight of their big boss. Justin walked into the dance room, followed by Anne. It seems you have lots of free time on hand. You even have the leisure to fight? Justin's face was cold. Melody lowered her head and didn't speak. Yaru pointed at Melody and said, President Cooper, she started it saying I'm a pot calling the kettle black. They all heard her. Right. President Cooper, we all heard it. Melody started it. The girls dared not to offend Yaru and had to speak for her. With no friends here, Melody was at a disadvantage with everyone else against her. What happened? Justin asked Melody. Yaru accused me of entering the company through the back door. I admitted it, but pointed out to her that she did the same, so I said her accusation was like pot calling the kettle black. She automatically assumed the role of the pot and said I called her names. With such a low EQ, how can she become a celebrity? It seems anyone can enter Imperial Star nowadays if the bar is this low. What did you say? Melody had mumbled out the last sentence and Justin didn't catch it. Nothing. With her hands clasped behind her back, Melody lowered her head. Look at you guys. The company has had many groups of trainees, but none of them fought in the classroom. I didn't, Melody cut in. You shut up, Justin scolded her. Seeing Justin scold Melody, Yaru was pleased and stoked the fire. President Cooper, we all know Melody came in through your friend Dr. Green, but if she is arrogant because of it, the other girls would feel that it's unfair. She's new here and knows nothing, but she already tries to bully us. Yaru, you really aren't blowing it out of proportion. Melody gave her a dirty look. You, come with me to my office. Justin pointed at Melody with a frown. Then he turned to leave. I won't go. Melody's voice was not loud, but everyone heard it clearly. Pausing his steps, Justin was piqued at the girl's words. He turned to glare at Melody. "Say that again." "I said I won't go." "Do you know whom you're speaking to?" Justin demanded in a cold voice. "I do. I'm speaking to the big boss of our company." "But you're still speaking to me in this way. Melody, don't think I can't deal with you just because you were recommended by Chloe." Justin was angry. "President Cooper, my name is Melody Sage. Thank you." Hearing her words, a few girls giggled. "Hey, what are you laughing about? Shut up." Feeling a bit awkward, Anne scolded them, trying to regain some authority for his boss. "I wasn't arrogant because I entered the company through Sister Chloe's recommendation. It's not my fault. Why do you call only me into your office?" Justin cursed the girl silently. After all, some things could only be said in private, but the damned girl just didn't understand. Was her EQ so low that she didn't understand his good intentions? "President Cooper, she's a newbie and dares to talk to you in this way. If the news spreads out, it will ruin your reputation." "President Cooper, it's better to kick her out. She doesn't know teamwork and won't work with us in shows. If she makes trouble for us, our company would be in shame." Hearing Yaru's words, the other women joined in to diss Melody. "Melody, look at you. You're only here for a few days but have already annoyed everyone." To maintain his dignity, Justin had to lecture Melody. "What shall I do now? You want to fire me?" Melody, when President Cooper lectures you, you just listen and don't talk back. Now apologize to him." Anne had also found the girl was impertinent. By showing no respect to Justin, she made the situation difficult for herself. Of course, Justin wouldn't kick her out since she came in through Chloe's recommendation, but it was hard to go easy on her in front of so many people. He had intended to talk about the issue with her in the office, but the girl refused him. He was exasperated. Even Anne couldn't bear it and lectured the girl. "I did nothing wrong. Why should I apologize? President Cooper, if you want to fire me, just say it. I will leave immediately." "Don't force my hand." Justin was furious. He hadn't been so angry even when Elsie entered his house and slept in his bed. "Then say it." Melody wiped the sweat from her forehead with a white towel and didn't look afraid. The atmosphere turned tense as everyone fell silent. "Ahem, President Cooper, I just remembered you still have a meeting to attend. Let's go." Anne broke the heavy silence. "I will let it slide today. Don't do it again." Grabbing the excuse, Justin turned to go with all the dignity he could muster as the big boss. "You're lucky this time. But your days here are numbered." Yaru gave Melody a dirty look. "I'd rather go home than train with people like you." Melody didn't want to deal with them. Seeing Chloe visit her, these women got jealous and made trouble for her. Yaru knew Melody had great potential and was afraid the latter would challenge her place, so she tried her best to kick Melody out. Coming out of the building, Justin could finally relax his facial muscles. "Damn it was so awkward," said Justin. "President Cooper, Melody is indeed a bonehead. The girl is so single-minded. How can she become a celebrity? Are you sure Dr. Green didn't troll us?" Anne was truly confused. "No, I think I can't handle her now. I'll talk to Chloe about it." "But you can't kick her out. Dr. Green will be angry." "Of course, I know that." Justin glanced at Anne in disdain. He felt Melody was his nemesis. She refused to go to the movie release conference with him, refused to apologize for starting a fight, and even challenged his authority. She was impossible to deal with. If not for her relationship with Chloe, he would have picked her up and tossed her out. At this moment, Anne received a message. Reading it, he was surprised. "President Cooper, are you in touch with Miss Rue?" "What Miss Rue?" In a foul mood, Justin didn't understand his question. "Miss Elsie Rue." "No, why ask?" "She is back." "Why?" Justin was curious. "It seems she's staying in the hospital for treatment." "Huh? How do you know it?" "I noticed her updates in the moments showed her location was at Southside. Thinking she was playing a prank, I left her a message. She just replied to me, asking if I can buy her lotus leaf rice noodles and deliver it to her." "Deliver to where?" "Southside. President Cooper, are you still dazed by Melody's impertinence? Your brain works really slow," Anne complained. "She's at Southside? What's she doing there?" Justin was puzzled. "Who knows? Don't you want to ask her?" Anne asked Justin tentatively. Forget it. I don't want to ask. I'll ask. With a sly smile, Anne sent Elsie a voice message. Miss Rue, how come you're at Southside? I'm staying in the hospital for treatment. Anne turned on the speaker so they could both hear her voice. Really? What happened? The old wound in my leg relapsed. The doctors here are better than those in the provincial capital. My dad let me come here for treatment. My gosh, why didn't you tell us? Why should I tell you? You'd think I'm using this excuse to see your President Cooper. I know he just doesn't want to see me. Elsie said it purposefully, knowing Justin must be with Anne. Sure enough, Justin looked uneasy when he heard her words. That damned woman dares to badmouth me behind my back. President Cooper, shall we go and visit Miss Rue? You visit her for me. Buy her a flower basket. Feeling nothing for Elsie, Justin took out $1,000 from his pocket and stuffed the money into Anne's hand. Then he left. President Cooper, you'll drive home by yourself? No, I'll go and have a drink with Case. Tossing the words over his shoulder, Justin left. With the $1,000 Justin gave to him, Anne drove to Southside to see Elsie. Meanwhile, in the office of the chief of the Municipal Public Security Bureau, Jack and Noah sat across from each other, having tea. With Fourth Master dead, all the clues are cut off. We can't find the people who offered big money to buy Chloe. We don't know if Elsie was involved in it. Jack, do you want to continue the investigation? Noah and Jack reviewed the case carefully and found many leads and suspicious spots, but those people cut off all these clues. They were horrible killers. No one could escape from them. Jack dared not imagine what would happen to Chloe if they got her. Don't forget Fourth Master got in touch with those guys through a man named Z. Jack read the intelligence reports that his subordinates had gathered. Who's Z? Noah frowned. A drug dealer. If we find him, we'll find these guys. But is he still alive? Did they kill him too? He's still alive, but he's not in the country. He's in Thailand. That's tricky. We will have our hands tied if we try to catch someone in a foreign country. Only the Interpol can do that. Noah shook his head, feeling the issue quite tricky. If my memory serves me right, Fiona should still be in Thailand, said Jack. You'll ask your mighty sister-in-law to help you? Noah chuckled. My sister-in-law is extraordinary. Don't underestimate her. Jack smiled, but didn't speak more about the topic. I'm a bit hungry. Want to go and grab a bite? Noah checked his watch. Sure. On you? Noah smirked shamelessly. It's on me every time. But you're rich. Hey, you're much richer than I am. Chief Ace, I know you're honest and don't take bribes. You even hand every penny of your salary to your wife. You're not like me. Your wife doesn't want your salary, Noah said with envy. My wife has no interest in money, Jack explained. No shit. Your wife is too rich to have an interest in money. Vice Director Green is a rich woman. I must tell my son to cozy up to his future mother-in-law, so she'll give him more money, or the boy from the Blake family might take it all. You sound so sure that my little Bean will marry your son. Mr. Dawson felt sour. It will happen sooner or later. My Ethan treats little Bean much better than he treats me or his mom. He's so considerate and thoughtful of little Bean. Of course, Jack, you'd better prepare billions of dollars for the dowry. When they get married, just transfer the money to my bank account. Aren't you afraid the Municipal Public Security Bureau will investigate you for money laundering? No. Before my son's wedding, I'll just quit my job. You're the most shameless Public Security Bureau chief I've ever seen, Jack insulted him. Ha, thank you for the compliment. Noah threw an arm around Jack's shoulders, and they walked out of the bureau to get a night meal. Meanwhile, Melody didn't feel resentful after Justin gave her a lecture. After all, she had expected the bullying in this place and had seen lots of such catfights in the dance academy. If Justin truly had a low opinion about her because of this incident and kicked her out, she'd resign to her fate. However, she knew Justin wouldn't do it due to his concern for Chloe. She had no interest in dealing with Yaru, thinking catfights were the most useless thing in the world. She'd rather play a round of King of Glory. Returning to her room, she didn't have an appetite for supper. Washing a few pieces of the fruits that Chloe gave to her, she put them on the bedside cabin and began playing the game on her cell phone. At this moment, the door opened. Melody sat up and said, "You're back." Drenched in alcohol fumes, Rory dropped onto her bed and grunted a reply. "Are you drunk?" "Might be. Please get me some water." "Thank you," Rory slurred out the words. "Okay." Putting down her cell phone, Melody stood up and poured her a glass of hot water. Afraid it would scald her tongue, she added some cold water from the drinking fountain. She handed the warm water to Rory. The latter drained it in one breath. "Is the smell of alcohol on me very strong?" "Yeah. How much did you drink?" Melody asked. "I don't remember. About 8 bottles. Rory touched her head as she tried to recall. "You can really hold your liquor." Melody was exasperated. "I heard you had a fight with them today." With her spirits returning a bit, Rory looked up at Melody. "You heard about it already?" "In this place, gossip travels faster than anything else. Those batches are babbling about it in their moments." "Yeah, I had a little conflict with Yaru." "That's nothing unusual. She can get along with no one." "You're not friends with them?" "Of course not. We despise each other. They say I sell my body. Damn it, I have a great body to sell, but no one wants to buy them even if they had plastic surgeries." Rory's words were frank and full of filthy words, making it hard for Melody to respond. But she liked this girl and cherished her frankness. No matter what Rory did with her personal life, she wasn't a two-faced girl and spoke her mind frankly. Melody felt lucky to have her as a roommate. If she shared a room with any of the other women, she'd die of fury. "Don't worry, President Cooper won't kick you out." "Why are you so sure of it?" Melody glanced at her, wondering about her confidence. "Because President Cooper loves Dr. Green and you're recommended by Dr. Green. Not to mention an argument with Yaru, even if you dug her ancestors out of their graves, he'd not fire you." "Haha, don't worry. I never dig graves. That's too mean." Giggling hysterically, Melody found Rory was fun to talk to. "It was just a metaphor. I'm not suggesting you do it." "I know. You're so funny. I like talking to you. It's relaxing to be with you." "Are you afraid to be the target of gossip as my friend?" "You're not afraid of them. Why should I be?" Melody chuckled. "In fact, you have good potential. Why didn't you ask Dr. Green to find a role for you? It's a waste of time to work as a lowly trainee." "I'm not that greedy. I don't have a personal friendship with Dr. Green. She helped me as a favor to her friend, so I don't want to ask too much from her." "No wonder. Do you know Dr. Green's surrogate younger brother?" Leaning on the headboard, Rory lit a cigarette. She didn't even ask for Rory's permission, but she never played by the rules. "I don't know. I came from another city." "Do you know Cody?" "I do. He's super handsome. I like his songs, but unfortunately he stopped releasing new songs and shooting new movies after he got married." "Well, Cody is Dr. Green's surrogate brother." "Really?" "It seems you know nothing about her. What's more, Dr. Green has lots of connections. Her husband is loaded. If she wants to promote someone into the A-list, she has money to pave the way. With her relationship with President Cooper, she could get you a female lead role with a few words with him." "Forget it. I'm a dancer and have no experience with acting. I know my limitations." "Maybe you can join me. I'll take you out and gain some experience," offered Rory. Of course, if you're afraid, just forget it. After all, the people in my circle are not so nice." "No, I just don't want to impose on you since I'm nobody to you." "It's fine. My enemy's enemy is my friend." Rory coughed after choking on some smoke and laughed at her own words. "Do you hate Justin for lecturing you today?" She looked at Melody and asked in amusement. "Yeah, I was dumbfounded. I can't believe he'd believe the acting of a group scheming batches." Remembering how Justin reprimanded her, Melody felt hurt. Thanks for tuning in to the Cool Audio Podcast. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a fellow story lover. Until next time, stay cool and keep listening.